So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my wife up, Joanne. She's going to share a little information according to indexing and according to the information that's in indexing that we actually get. Once we get indexed and once your information is processed, this is the information that comes to us. But I just want to let you know, I got a ticket coming this way, but it wasn't my ticket. It was the ticket to the straw man. I don't go to the courts. Now, I'm just being honest with you, so I'm just going to let you know this: the way this beast stay alive, when I say this beast, the way this system stay alive, if you keep feeding it. You keep giving it money, it's just like eating. You give your dog or a bear or an alligator, you keep feeding it, it's going to stay alive. But if you don't feed it, what it's going to do? It's going to die. But when you get this information, you can't be touched. So the straw man is what the ticket is for, because they don't know me. It's to the straw man. So baby, come on up. I'm gonna introduce my lady. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
Just
come
one
on.
more question.
So
By you being indexed, they still gave you a ticket.
Yeah.
So why is that if your information was in the system?
Well, listen, this is the system. The system is going to try to do what they can to try to detour you. They're going to try to feed from you. They're going to try to do what they can. You know, what is it? I can't even think of the story. You know, a kind man going to try to do what he can to get from you what you can't, even though you know what you know. Right. It's up to you to give in to that con man, to the con. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you. But when you know what you know, when you're on the inside of where I am now, and the things that I have been through, things I've seen, not only me, others that has been indexed, things that they have been through. You know, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you who, because my sister said, don't put my business out there, do this. So I ain't going to do that, but I'm going to tell you a story. This one sister I know, she was getting stopped by the cops all the time, but she went to go get her birth certificate and everything authenticated. She wasn't a morgue, but she knew the information, she studied, she knew the knowledge, right? So she went and did that. The cops used to mess with her all the time. She ain't go to jail. They used to bother her, harass her, and stuff like that. They knew when she was coming. They knew when she was coming. They stopped her. One time she had cops, she had about 15 cops behind her. They didn't arrest her or nothing like that. But when she got indexed, and I'm not going to tell you who it is because she asked me not to tell who she is, so I'm not going to do that, even though I would love to put her out there to let her know. But she don't want to, so I'm just giving you a story, okay? A true story. Now, since she's been indexed, she don't drive with no license plate on the car. And she when they tried to stop her, they was coming to the car. She heard them tell them in that mic, disengage, do not approach. They got back in their car and left. I'm telling y'all, it's power. And the power is our Father. See, the Father is putting us back in place. But we have to get rid of fear. We got to get rid of the fear. I'm not worried about nothing. And then last time I was going 102, you know, and my daughter-in-law sat there and she recorded it. Guy came up, I shared this before. He said, gave me a ticket. He said, if you would like to come to court, they said it this time. It's on me. They know it's on me to come to court, but we're not supposed to be in their jurisdiction. We're not supposed to be in their courts. And that information is their information. But like I say, my baby getting ready to read some information that's in the indexing. And baby, when you read, I would like for you to read the first page so they can understand what's being said. So I'm gonna bring my baby Joanne up so she can share some information and we can go from there. You ready, sweet?
Yes.
All right. She's been waiting patiently. See where we at? Okay, good. This is my baby Joanne. Now I want to let y'all know, when I was in Atlanta, a brother, which I introduced her to when we was in Atlanta, when we went a couple of weeks ago, brother named Netter. He was in the spirit. He prophesied some things to me. One thing he said is, your daughters need you. My two daughters in Detroit need me. He said my other daughter, my youngest daughter, she was all right. And she is all right now, which it was a certain situation going on. I know she's all right because he told me that, and she's doing fine right now. Matter of fact, today is her Earth Day. I love you, baby. Latasia, I love you. I ain't seen you. It's a whole nother story, but today is her Earth Day, 12/4/20. She is her 18th Earth Day today. I love you, Latasia, just to let you know. But just sharing that, slipped my mind. That happens a lot. So I mean, stuff coming at me so fast. So I'm gonna let my baby come on up. What was I about to say, baby? You remember? Okay. Well, she's about to read the information. Whatever it was, it may come back. If not, you probably heard it before.
Okay, so for those of you already heard the 18-minute thing that Shelby Bowley was talking about. Okay, so I'm going to read the judicial notice of foreign judgment. I'm going to try to answer your question. Dr. Henderson owned a subliminal amount of land, and the land was worth so many million, no, I'm sorry, was it billions? Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Because they had stole, the corporations had stole all of the mineral rights out of the land, we knew all of that. So when he sued all of these peoples, he had to go through, he couldn't go by himself, he had to have a nation to go with. So he went to the King of Sudan, got all the stuff, and he decided that with all of the, when the corporate America decided to steal the property that would belong to his family, his birthright, he decided that he would sue them, and then they had to pay back everything that they taken all over those years. So the lawsuit ended up being so many trillions of dollars because they hadn't paid him. So now you got all this interest added. Now, this is what he decided to do. He decided to say, well, let's go ahead, and this is just prophecy. We already know we can't make what changes or whatever with prophecy. You can't change it. It's just going to happen. So he decided to say, well, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tear down the 501(c), and we're going to build the 501(c). That entity, the 501(c), is the one that keeps us in slavery. The 501(c) is the one that takes us out. So now we're not going to be doing all of the things that we used to do in the 501, like, you know, men getting felonies for not paying child support. How do you get a felony for not paying child support? It's the way that they feed off of us. So he decided they won't pay taxes, they won't do all this, and they won't do all of that. And everything that comes from their QSIPs and will go with them when they leave. So he is the one who's over this now. This is what he's doing. He's indexing. Now, this is his assignment, just like we all have assignments. His assignment in the kingdom is to index your children out. Now, some of the children may want to go, some may not want to go, but it's up to the children. But if you're left in the 501(c), whatever's coming down the line, that's going to be on you. But when you index out, I don't know any person that can just stand up and say, I'm taking you out of the system. I'm putting you on a do not detain list. I'm putting you here so that you can be safe from everything that's coming down the pipeline. We don't know what's going on outside of what they tell us. We don't know what they're doing outside of what they tell us. But you don't have, all you got to do is look and see. Open your eyes and look and see. Because if you don't open your eyes and look and see, you will not know what they're doing. We can see that this vaccination that's coming down, nobody ever been forced to take a vaccination. Never. Never in history have you been forced. Not even when they had the Spanish flu. No one was forced to take that. No one was forced to take that. That ran its course, killed off more people than coronavirus had, but it ran its course until it was gone. Now, we're being forced, and I'm talking about force. Ain't no, I'm allergic to eggs, and I can't do it because, no. You're going to take it, or we're not going to give you the passport or the card that you're supposed to have after you take this vaccine. They're supposed to give you something so that you can purchase and buy with. If you do not take that vaccine, you don't get this. So you figure out how you're going to eat, do whatever else you do or whatever, because you can't go buy and sell. So this is how they're cutting us off. So I'm very passionate about this because a lot of us, we want to go through, we don't want to go through nothing, and we want to be thorough, and that's great. But open your eyes and see what's happening before you. Open your eyes and see what's happening in the world today, because if we don't do that, we're going to perish. We didn't perish for lack of food. We are the original agriculturalists. We didn't perish for lack of money, because we are the original hustlers. We know how to hustle and do what we do. We perish for lack of knowledge. That's how we perish. If you don't get in there and do your research about half of these people, because some of us want to know where we're going, and I do too. But at the same time, me getting indexed, I've seen it. I don't know nobody that can stand up against this company, this country. Not just America, but there are other three strong arms. England or Europe, America, and all the other two entities that strong arm us all together, because America is just a strong arm for their war. When they want to do their wars, that's what America did. So we have to understand that we can't allow these people to just come in, do what they want to do to us. They've been doing it for so long, we don't know how to deal with it. But at the same time, I want to just read to you, I want to just read